The final examples are a little bit more complex because they add the parentheses. We treat these the same way we treated the problems with parentheses in the last section. We're first going to undo anything that is connected to the parentheses, like the 2, the exponent 2, and the minus 5. Then we'll deal inside the parentheses. We'll start by moving that minus 5 over. It becomes a plus 5. The minus 5 disappears on the left, and we end up with 2 times x plus 4 squared equals negative 11 plus 5, which is negative 6. Next we undo the times 2 with a divide 2, and we'll find that x plus 4 squared equals negative 6 divided by 2, which is negative 3. We'll undo the exponent 2 with a square root and find that x plus 4 equals... Now at this point we need to simplify the square root. The square root of 3 will not simplify, but we can pull the negative sign out and turn it into an I. So we'll know that x plus 4 equals plus or minus I times the square root of 3. An important thing to know is that this plus minus sign, it's like a barrier. And once you put that plus minus sign into equation, nothing is allowed to go past it again. So when I move this plus 4 over to finish solving the equation, it's going to be written in front of the plus minus. So the answer will become x equals negative 4 plus or minus I times the square root of 3. Remember, after you put the plus minus sign in, you simplify everything that comes after it, and then from that point on you will never touch anything to the right of that sign. Anything new that comes over goes in front of the plus minus. So when the positive 4 came over to the other side and turned into a negative 4, the negative 4 was written in front of the plus minus and the simplified radical. This becomes our final answer. X equals negative 4 plus or minus I times the square root of 3. Pause the video and try the equation on the right on your own. We're going to solve this equation with the same steps. First, we're going to undo the plus 5 with a minus 5. We're going to find that 4 times the quantity x minus 5 squared equals negative 19 minus 5, which is negative 24. Next, we're going to undo the times 4 with a divide 4, and we're going to find that the quantity x minus 5 squared equals negative 24 divided by 4, which is negative 6. We undo the squared with a square root, and we'll find that x minus 5 equals plus or minus I times the square root of 6. The square root of 6 does not simplify. It is as simple form as it gets. Remember that when we move the minus 5 over, it will become a plus 5 or a positive 5, but it cannot go past the plus minus sign. It's written in front of it. So the final answer is x equals 5 plus or minus I times the square root of 6.